Welcome to another exciting episode of Milk and Nuggets. Today's sponsorship, I guess if you will, is TruMoo Chocolate Milk. I mean, I just had to say, what's up with the size of this carton? 1 quart? It's tiny. Yeah. But I have my glass of chocolate milk to go with my McDonald's nuggets. You know what really sucks? They didn't give me any sauce. What's up with that? Anyways, I'm just gonna wing it this episode, much like the previous episode. Let's just get into the deliciousness. That is really good. What else goes with chicken nuggets? Chocolate milk. I'll try not to talk with my mouth full. Anyways, I didn't want to talk about Cabin in the Woods, but it's like the topic on my mind most. But I'm going to try to avoid that. Recently got back into Xenoblade, and it's just awesome. It makes me really glad to be a gamer. You know, just like massive worlds, great story, great combat, great everything. The only thing I don't like about it is that their clothes look really strange. Especially like Shulk's. It's like he just came from Hot Topic. But what are you gonna do? I guess the biggest news is like the whole teaser for Sony and their 419 will vengeance something bring redemption. Oh, yeah. Well, now everybody's saying it's probably going to be Heavenly Sword because the background art looks like the art from the Heavenly Sword box instead of God of War. But what if the Santa Monica people, I had to get that milk. What if the Santa Monica people had the rights or whatever to Heavenly Sword and was making a Heavenly Sword game? Imagine like God of War, but like Heavenly Sword characters. I might actually play that because I was so disappointed in Heavenly Sword. But that's neither here nor there. So this is a show. I know, exciting. Watching me eat and drink. Each week I'll try to, or however often I do it, try to vary up the types of milk and nuggets. And if you're wondering, I only got a 10-piece nugget. Not 20, or 120, or 160. Wait, you take me for some kind of pig? No, not me. Yeah, just oops. Yeah, Cabin in the Woods. It was just so uncreative. It didn't feel original. I didn't care about the characters. Wasn't fun. Well, I take that back. The last 15 minutes was pretty crazy and fun. But as I read online or some review from some guy named Jason Milwad, something like that, he was just saying how it feels kind of like one of those B-movie Netflix queue things where it's been sitting in your instant queue like for ages. Late one night you're like, I'm going to watch them. What do I watch? Oh, I guess I'll watch Cabin in the Woods. And you're like, oh, this wasn't too bad. It wasn't great. But it wasn't too bad. But I did see Lockout. It wasn't great. It wasn't too bad. But no, I had a lot of fun with it. And I like Guy Pearce as an action hero. And he should do a lot more action hero pieces. Why isn't he doing it? He's a very lovable, likable character, which Cabin in the Woods did not have. I really do love McNuggets. How can you not? And blasphemy to anybody who thinks Wendy has better nuggets. These are the king. Oh, so I got Spirit Hammer. That game is kind of annoying. It's functional. Works fine. Except it requires you to play a horror game in bright lights. Because you need to have this, the booklet so you can scan into the AR and come to life. Well, you have to have bright lights everywhere just so you can see the thing. I guess, I don't know if it's because the cameras on it are too weak or what, but it ruins the whole mood if you're doing everything in bright light, especially where I live. I had to do it in my kitchen because that's where the brightest lights were. And so when I was looking at the book, the light was shining on my 3DS, and so I couldn't even see the screen itself. So I played a couple pages, I think maybe 4 pages. I got to the hand that rotates, and I just had to quit. I mean, I'll go back to it, but I'm severely disappointed. But it is not... Wait for it to go down, price. It's a fun little game. I heard it's short, but it's definitely not as low as some people might have suggested it is. Like my little squid there. He's not my mascot. He's just there. Because he wants to be. Oh no. The last chicken nugget. Da-da-da. My favorite. I ran out of things to talk about. I'll also talk more about Cabin in the Woods because it's the only thing on my mind, which is awful. Like, the writing felt poorly. Like, they set up all these cool things and they never, like, carried it out. Like, there's this military soldier dude who's new to the thing, and don't worry, this is not a spoiler because he's introduced within the first 10 minutes of the show, movie, whatever. Well, like, they build him up. They set up his character so much, and he does nothing. Like, nothing significant. He's just like another person. Like, you set this guy up, you think he's going to do something, and then the movie lets you down. I mean, maybe that's just my whole feeling of the entire movie. It was a huge build-up, everybody praising it, and it was just a letdown.